All It Takes Is Guts, A Minority View, by Walter Williams. Acknowledgements. So many of my ideas break with conventional wisdom that the average person might reasonably ask why I think the way I do. This brief acknowledgement might help answer the question. An unpayable debt of gratitude goes to my mother, who taught me to be independent, suspicious of the status quo, and ambitious. She assumed the challenging job of raising 2 children, alone after her husband abandoned her, through the Depression years, fighting the influences of the slums. It must have been an act of providence for me to encounter teachers like Dr. Martin Rosenberg at Benjamin Franklin High School, 1950 to 1954, Professor Arthur Kirsch at California State University, Los Angeles, where I earned a Bachelor of Arts degree, and Professors Armand Alchienne, Claiborne Laforce, Alex Lijon-Hufvud, and others at UCLA, where I earned my doctorate in economics. All these teachers had one thing in common. They recognized my academic deficiencies, challenged me, and gave me real help. They gave their personal time and held me accountable to high standards. In today's era of enlightened racial relationships, all too often misguided teachers hold many black students accountable to low standards in the name of taking into account past discrimination. Acknowledgement must also go to numerous friends, associates, and colleagues who offered me valuable criticism. I have also benefited from the many letters, both pro and con, from readers of my column. A word of thanks and appreciation goes to the Heritage Features Syndicate of the Heritage Foundation, which syndicates my column, and to its editor, Mr. Andrew Siemens, for his graciously allowing me to reprint my columns here. I thank my secretary assistant, Mrs. Marion Friedlander, for her help in running down information, catching my mistakes in grammar, and cheerfully typing and retyping innumerable drafts. Finally, a very special debt of gratitude goes to my wife, Connie, whom I married 27 years ago and who has given me the intestinal fortitude to persevere over some tough years, and who, at just the right time, awarded me with my daughter, Devon, whom I cherish. Preface. I believe the unprecedented freedom and wealth Americans enjoy is at once a curiosity and a predictable outcome. It is a curiosity because man's most frequent fate is to be controlled arbitrarily by others. In centuries past, kings, lords, and petty underlings simply rode into villages and confiscated property for their coffers and commandeered men for their armies. The common man was subject to governmental whims and mandates without recourse. Equality before the law was an alien concept. Freedom of religion, speech, and the press were all but
Sample complete. Ready to continue?